What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily Rewind. This is where we go back a week and give you all of your tech news from the past week in one single video. And this week was very, very busy, at least for me. So I went to Connecticut the previous week, and then I got back on Monday of this week when this show starts, and had an awesome time in Connecticut, spending it with my family. It's the first time I've been back for Christmas in I think it was 15 years. I've been back to the East Coast where I grew up in terms of like being back there, but not on actually Christmas. So it was so awesome. It was so nice to hang out with my sister and her family and my mom and my dad and all of them. I had a great time. And then I got back and the news was pretty crazy, guys, overall. So the news itself had stories about the Galaxy S20 and how they're gonna name change it, and all about the S20 screens for all three versions that are coming out, the Galaxy Fold 2. We have information on that, and the Galaxy Bud Plus is a new color that's gonna launch. We also have news on the official launch date of the Galaxy Fold 2 and the Samsung Galaxy S20 line of phones, like official stuff straight from Samsung. A new futuristic design for the new iPhones that are gonna be out in 2020. It was a really fantastic week for tech news. So let me watch it. You guys watch it, enjoy it. Let me know what your favorite story is of the week. And this week I'll be headed out to CES. So my news videos after, probably starting on Tuesday, will be in a different location. I'll be in Las Vegas. If you're going to CES or going to Las Vegas, I'd love to meet up with you. Reach out to me via Twitter, my email, gregglestv@gmail, or text me, 619-721-3699, whatever. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. It's finally out, at least for T-Mobile. The Galaxy Note 10 and Note 10 Plus Android One UI 2.0 update is out for T-Mobile. That leaves only Sprint here in America. So if you have Verizon, AT&T, and now T-Mobile, you can get the One UI 2.0 Android 10 update for your phone. Just go into settings, software updates, and download it like crazy. Sprint should have it, I would assume, this week as well, since it's so, these carriers are pushing out very, very quickly, maybe even tomorrow. And then after that, it only leaves the unlocked version. I have the unlocked version. I checked, still don't have it. So what I was saying, I would assume that as well, that it would be out either this week or probably next week for the One UI 2.0 update for the Note 10, Note 10 Plus for the unlocked version as well. I'm back from Connecticut. Finally, I'm actually super, super exhausted. We left my sister's house I woke up first of all at 3 a.m. We left the house by 3:30 a.m. It takes like 2 hours to get there from where she lives into JFK, which is the airport in New York City. And then our flight was at 8:30 that time. I'm exhausted. And then it's like a 6-hour flight from New York to San Diego. Again, super exhausted. But anyways, let's get into the news. First story of the day actually was on the plane. I had about an hour left in my flight, and a longtime viewer of mine, Alex, who also lives in San Diego, sent me a text saying this: look, the update for Android 10 One UI 2.0 Galaxy Note 10, Note 10 Plus is out. I checked my phone. It's a 2 GB update, and I have it. I'm super stoked. It's actually downloading on my phone right this second, and I'm installing it right this second. So I don't have any first impressions yet, because they're doing it right now, but it's out for everybody right now. If you have the unlocked version of the Galaxy Note 10, Note 10 Plus, download it right now, guys. So I think the only phone, at least here in America, that doesn't have it is the Sprint variant. I could be wrong at this point. I didn't see any news that Sprint had it. So if you have the Sprint variant, let us know down below. But regardless, AT&T has it for the Note 10 Plus. The Verizon version has it for the Note 10 Plus, Note 10, and T-Mobile has it, unlocked version has it, and it just leaves, like I said, Sprint version not having it at this point. And the last story of the day is actually pretty big. There's been rumors that the Galaxy S11 line of phones was going to be called the S20. Well, this news comes from Ice Universe. In his tweet, as you can see, it says S11e is going to be called the S20. The S11 is going to be called the S20 Plus, and the S11 Plus is going to be called the S20 Ultra. Ultra is just one of the possibilities. There are other options to be confirmed. What word do you think is best? So it seems from his tweet anyway that S20 and S20 Plus are locked in with their names, but the S20 Ultra name is not fully locked in. He said it could change. What do you guys think? Do you like the name? I don't mind the word Ultra in there. I think it's actually a good change from what everybody else is doing. Everyone else uses Pro or Plus as their best version. Having Ultra as a name, I can't personally think of a phone right now that has the word Ultra in it as their best, high spec phone. This also could mean that they're gonna throw the S Pen in there to differentiate it from the Plus line, to make it the Ultra line. Happy 2020. New decade, new year. Let's start it off right. First story of the day is about the Samsung Galaxy Note 9. As you can see right here, the Galaxy Note 9 is getting the stable Android 10 One UI 2.0 update right now, and starting off with the people that have the beta first. So if you have the Galaxy Note 9 phone and you had the beta of the Android 2 update, you can now get that update under software updates on your phone. Otherwise, just keep checking. This should come out if you follow the way they've been doing it with the other Galaxy phones like the S10 and the Note 10. They pushed it out, within a week or two of the beta people getting this. So you should be getting this very, very soon. When it does happen, I'll let you guys know, but regardless, start checking your software updates for the new Android 10 One UI 2.0 update. And the last story of the day is about the iPhone 2020 version of this phone. And it sounds like kind of a crazy, somewhat futuristic design. So let's get into that. From the headline right here, all 2020 iPhone models to have in-display Touch ID, which is their fingerprint sensor, with the high-end model to feature in-display selfie camera. Now, this is what the higher-end model of the iPhone 2020, also known as iPhone 12, should look like, with literally nothing on the display, no cameras, nothing. All that stuff's gonna sit underneath the display, something we were hoping for with the new Galaxy phones. It looks like iPhones are gonna get it. I'm assuming if Samsung releases a Note phone, that's what this will look like as well. But regardless, iPhone 12, this is what it should look like. All the sensors and things underneath the display. The other big thing is that it says they're bringing back the fingerprint sensor on this phone, which also related in the article says this: to achieve a full screen display, a true depth camera will be processed under the screen. The new Apple iPhone 12 will also have an in-display fingerprint scanner. The Face ID functionality is therefore canceled. The fingerprint scanner will be placed under the screen for all new iPhone models. The under-screen camera will only be found in the top model. Now, I don't know if I fully believe that they're gonna completely remove Face Unlock from their phone. I don't know, it just seems like they're not gonna do that. They pushed it so hard the last few years here at this point, saying you don't need a fingerprint sensor, and then so it sounds like they're gonna go back to the fingerprint sensor and then remove Face ID. I have a hard time believing that part of it. We'll wait and see as more rumors and things come out, especially as we get closer to the release. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is about the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 and Note 10 Plus on Sprint. If you have that phone for Sprint, check your software updates because the Android 10 One UI 2 update is rolling out right now. I've got a few messages from you guys, specifically I know from Grant and also Jeffrey, showing that you guys, some screenshots you sent me for this upgrade, and it's over 2 gigabytes, which is very normal for everybody that's getting this update. And again, I know more people sent it, so everybody that sent it to me, first of all, thank you. And this update is rolling out right now, so you might not have it right this second, but definitely keep checking because it is hitting people right this second as well. Also, if you have the Star Wars edition of the Galaxy Note 10 Plus phone, the Android 2 update is also rolling out as well, so go into your software updates and check. So at this point, that leaves all 4 carriers, major carriers here in the United States, have pushed out this update, as well as the unlocked version as well. So basically everybody should have it at this point, or at least be getting it today at this point. So awesome news. If you have this update, again, let us know what you think. I just put out a video up today letting you guys know my first impressions of it. I'll link it down below if you haven't seen it. And the last story of the day comes from Ice Universe. It's a tweet. The Galaxy S10 Lite, which remember, it will be the lesser version of the S10, and there's also a Note 10 Lite version of as well. Still has really great specs, Snapdragon 855, 1080p OLED display. Anyways, it says the S10 Lite will use an unprecedented OIS, which is optical image stabilization technology on a phone, even better than any current flagship phone. Now what that means is that when you're using your phone and say you're walking around or running, it means that the video is going to be very stable. It sounds like more stable than any other phone on the market today. And why is this cool? Not just because it's going to be in the S10 Lite and Note 10 Lite, but it's because you can almost guarantee that this technology, if it's really amazing, is going to carry over to the flagship phones that are coming out very, very soon, such as the S11/S20. Just I'm going to say both names until it fully goes out, but S11 is supposed to become the S20 anyways. That technology, you can almost guarantee is going to be in that phone. If the Note phone comes out later this year, you can guarantee it's gonna be in that phone and the Fold phone. So this is awesome news. This is news that's gonna show you that, because that's a big thing. I personally don't use a gimbal anymore, because when I'm recording a video, it's almost rock solid steady. When I'm using the front camera and I'm walking around, it looks awesome in terms of the stabilization. So this only means better and better things. Let's get into the tech news. First story of the day is the Galaxy S10 Lite and Note 10 Lite are now official from Samsung. There's no official price just yet, but release date will be later on in January, and you can see what it's gonna look like. We've seen leaked renders of what it's going to look like, and it looks exactly like what we would have expected, with the cameras on the back in the square way, and then on the front you get that hole punch at the top in the middle. The specs for the S10 Lite and Note 10 Lite are seen right here in this photo, side by side. Very similar for the most part. It looks like the S10 Lite will have a Snapdragon 855, whereas the Note 10 Lite will not. The Note 10 Lite will use the Samsung processor. Next up, the latest One UI 2.0 update reveals more about the Galaxy S20, also known as the S11, camera features, and the Fold 2's charging and more. Now this comes from XDA developers, specifically Max Weinbeck, who goes on to show that, and we've known some of this stuff, that there will be the full version of the Pro Video, meaning you'll have full control over the video features from everything that you'd want to do with it, which is awesome if you love to do that kind of stuff. Otherwise, you can just use the automatic features, more bokeh effects. The Galaxy Fold 2 will have super fast charging up to 45 watts. And also, it looks like they're going to introduce a new feature called battery health, which is something similar to what iPhone has, and it'll tell you how healthy your battery is. And the last story of the day shows the new Galaxy Bud Pluses in a new color. Now the design is going to be basically the same, but the three colors that they're going to come in are black, white, and now this blue color. Blue's not too bad, and I might choose it because I already have white and I've seen black before. I don't have the black ones, but I'll either go black or blue at this point. And if you look at the design of themselves, the only really big difference is in the middle of the display. You see an L and an R on there for left and right buds inside the case. The rumor, at least on this site, is saying that the L and the R could potentially light up to show you how much battery life you have left for each earbud themselves. Also, remember, the Galaxy Bud Pluses should bring with them active noise cancellation, which should be a big selling point, and also increase the price of these Galaxy Buds. I've said it before, price-wise, I can't imagine that they're gonna go over 200 bucks. Right now, the Apple ones go for $250, and they own the market with earbuds right now. I think Samsung wants to be very competitive with their price and offer a ton of features. We'll see what happens. Got one story here, and it is absolutely huge. It's coming from a tweet that was found of a video off the promo page of the Samsung press event website, and then later downloaded off a Vimeo page. It's all kinds of crazy. But as you can see from the tweet right here from Max Weinbeck, who works for XDA, it says Samsung Unpacked leaked promo. Unpacked is confirmed for February 11th, 2020. Now, if you want to watch the whole entire 15-second clip, it's linked down below. But regardless, guys, this is huge news. This is going to be the official launch of the Galaxy S11/S20. It sounds like they're just going to call it the S20 along those lines, so we'll just go with that from now on. So the Galaxy S20, the newest and greatest S-lined phone, and also the Galaxy Fold 2 should also be announced and shown off at this event. Now, previous rumors had it slated for as late as February 18th, but it looks like, based off this official promo video, February 11th, which is going to be a Tuesday, will be the official date. Now you got to remember also that you'll probably end up seeing not only the Galaxy Fold 2 and the Galaxy S20, but also the Galaxy Bud Pluses and who knows what else. This event should take place live in San Francisco, and even if you don't go to the event, you know, because you're not press or you weren't invited or whatever, you should still be able to watch this online at Samsung.com or on YouTube or whatever. So there should be no problems with it. Plus, I'll be covering it, guys. I will have news for you, videos, and everything else about the phone. So make sure you stick with the channel. Make sure you subscribe. Let's jump into the news. The first story of the day is it is now official. Samsung Unpacked 2020, which will be the release of the Galaxy S20, also known as the Galaxy S11, as well as the Galaxy Fold 2 and possibly the Galaxy Bud Pluses and possibly even a new watch, is official. Samsung actually sent me an invite, and I have a video on that I released earlier today that you can watch. And also, they have this on their website that they posted on February 11th. Samsung Electronics will unveil new innovative devices that will shape the next decade of mobile experiences. The reveal will take place at the Samsung Galaxy Unpacked event in San Francisco at 11 a.m. Pacific. Live streaming of the event will be available at Samsung Mobile Press, Global Newsroom, and Samsung.com. Visit Samsung Mobile Press for regular updates ahead of the event, as well as the latest device information and multimedia resources following the unveil. And you can see this is like the little video that they end up playing that I talked about the other day that I didn't post. I just didn't want to get in trouble just in case because some people leaked it out. But regardless, this is the promotional video they had going out for it. Now, the next two stories are from Ice Universe, and the first one is a tweet both about the Galaxy S11, 108 megapixel sensor plus computational photography win. And now what he's talking about, and we already know, and there's been huge rumors about this phone have a 108 megapixel sensor, but also it's going to have computational photography, meaning that, and they already do this, and almost every phone does this as well. It basically uses a computer or AI to make these photos even better. So just more assurance that this stuff is actually going to happen, because his next tweet is potentially going to make everyone happy, depending on, it doesn't matter which S20 that you get. So the S20 is going to have 120 hertz display. The S20 Plus will have 120 hertz display, and the S20 Ultra will also have 120 hertz display. So no matter which S20 that you get, it's gonna have 120 hertz display. And if you're not sure what that means, I say it all the time. So whenever you're scrolling through something, it's gonna look super, super smooth. Your games are gonna feel smoother because they're gonna run at a higher refresh rate. Everything's just gonna be, quote unquote, a lot better. And this is gonna be one of the highest refresh rates you can get on any mobile phone. So big time things for all these devices. Let me know, guys, is it a big deal for your phone to have 120 hertz display, or you're kind of like, I don't care. I've seen 90, I've seen 120 on other phones. It doesn't faze me that much. I'll be honest, for me, I mean, there is a slight difference, but it's not like, to me, it's not like, oh my God, this is crazy. It's really cool to say and to have, but in the grand scheme of things, it's to me, it's not a huge deal. 60 is pretty smooth already as it is, but let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. See you down the road. Peace.